Welcome to Off the Record, talking real estate with Joe and Makayla. If you're interested in the Portland, Oregon real estate market and want the unvarnished inside scoop, you've come to the right place. Thanks for giving us a listen. Okay, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Makayla.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Oh, stupendous.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Stupendous.
Yes.
I think we should do a word of the day.
That's my word of the day, stupendous.
Stupendous. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I'm happy to be back in the studio.
I know. It has been a couple of weeks here. I know you had a wedding to attend at a fun location, which is awesome.
It was fun. Wedding blues now, but that's okay.
Yeah, and I had family in town before that. So, yeah, we're back at it, people.
Back at it.
Back at the real estate grind, informing everyone about what's going on in the Portland metro area real estate world. And today we have a great topic.
Zillow Zestimates. Are they a helpful tool or a price trap?
I feel like this has been covered, but
I know.
I still feel like there's a ton of people out there that are like, how good is the Zillow Zestimate? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it this or that? So we decided we'd cover it. So we're going to dive deep today. We're going to go deep into the Zestimates because
not that deep.
No, it's not that deep. But I think it's worth talking about the pros and cons and what exactly it is and all that sort of good stuff. But before we do that, we have our off-the-record moment at the top.
My off-the-record moment is going to be a hot take this week. Ooh. And it might not be that hot of a take, but just let me explain. It'll make sense once I explain. Okay. But at first you're going to be like, really? It's so obvious. Pest control people are a ripoff.
Ooh, that is a hot take because I disagree. Give me why you think they are.
Okay, because this is a new revelation that I'm having. Every single current sale we're working on needs a full-on crawl space remediation, which is horrible.
For pest.
Because pests find their way into the crawl space. They scratch up all the vapor barrier. They go to the bathroom everywhere. They rip down the insulation. These repairs cost like between $5,000 and $8,000, and it's true. You're making a face. I'm dealing with two of them right now that are over $5,000, and should be solvable. Should be preventable is what I should say. And oftentimes these people...
You're not using my pest guy, are you?
...have had pest people out. And I think what they do is they set traps and then they don't actually seal the points of entry because they want to keep making money.
Yeah, I hear you.
By coming back and getting all these critters. And when our pest guy comes over... He's like, this is so obvious. There's a hole right here in the side of your house. Yeah. In this vent, if this would have been fixed, you could have saved yourself from a $5,000 repair.
Yeah.
That is my hot take.
Counterpoint.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about 5,000. Jeez,
I'll show you.
Jeez, okay. Yeah. I agree with you, though. It seems like every single one purchase that we're doing right now, there is a call for a professional pest person to come in and remedy the issues that are going on there. Pretty much every single home is going to have some sort of pest activity, whether it's mice, rats, skunks. Our homes are inside our homes, but varmints want to make them their homes as well.
All right, Mother Teresa. Sorry.
I know. But my counterpoint is that if I'm living in a home, like at our place, and this is my personal story about this real quickly, our dogs would go to the front of the home and be we have an office in the front of our home on the main floor, and they were sniffing in a corner and just agitated about it. They're like, and so I get down there, crawl around. I'm like, there is nothing here. We had our pest guy out, and there was a nest of rats underneath our house.
Oh, yeah.
And so he got it all taken care of and then sealed up the points of entry. And he comes back every 6 months now. But the peace of mind knowing that my house is also not a rat house and keeping the pests and all that sort of stuff out is worth some money to me. Is it $5,000? Maybe. Those are gross. It is really gross. But
no, I agree that it's worth having somebody take a look at that. I'm saying that your door-to-door people, your salesmen,
people,
like the big 2 companies that people hire and get stuck into contracts under, aren't doing a good job.
No. My pest guy that we use personally at my house is awesome.
Good.
Yeah, and he's fantastic. I've never seen $1,000 bill from him.
No, I'm saying the cost to remediate during the sale. Okay,
I know.
Good. Well, I'm glad.
I pretty much had to have our crawl space remediated and everything sealed up and all that sort of good stuff. And he comes back out because guess what? Those critters are aggressive. And he wants to make sure that, all that stuff is still secure and all that. And he sprays.
I'm dealing with, not raccoons. What's the other one? It's like a larger animal.
Polar bear?
Yeah. I'm dealing with polar bears.
I've got this polar bear infestation in my house.
And our guy said this is the size of the rats that are living under this house is astonishing. And all he does is trap and kill pests.
Oh,
and he said they're some of the biggest rats he's ever seen.
That's not good. Hey, FYI, also, everyone loves chickens. Everyone wants to have chickens for the eggs and all that sort of stuff. Being the old farm boy that I am, guess what? Chickens equals rats. They go hand in hand. If you have chickens on your property, you are going to have rats. So be prepared to keep those puppies out of your crawl space.
What?
Yes, it's true.
Why? They like their poop?
Well, all the feed, all the everything that goes with it. And yeah, they go hand in hand. It's, if you have chicken, I love chickens.
Dang it, I gotta stop my chicken project.
Are you going to get chickens?
No. My husband will never go for that.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, now that we've taken 10 minutes of your time,
a whole podcast on pest.
About that.
People are clamoring to download this one. Holy smokes, it went viral. These 2 knuckleheads talking about pest.
It's exhausting. What is your off the record?
My bug right now?
Thing.
No, it's an easy one.
Okay.
I don't like the shutdown.
Fair.
Can I be honest with you, Mac?
Yes.
Can we just be done with this? Can we get the government back up and running? And it's not just housing. Housing is affected, obviously, and all that. But everything else, the people, and just everything. I just get it resolved, people. Can we just get this stuff fixed? And this is going to be outdated soon because they'll get it put together and get things going. But this is lasting entirely too long.
Yeah.
And, personally, from a housing point of view, guess what? No one's going to buy a home when they don't feel comfortable and confident about what's going on in the economy.
Yeah.
And right now, that's the case. So we're selling a couple people, but everyone who is thinking about it is like,
I'll hold off till the spring.
Yeah, let's take a beat on that for a minute. So, anyways, that's
we need some good vibes. America needs some good vibes.
We do need some good vibes.
That includes the government running.
Right. Well, one good vibe coming up is we got Halloween. That's always a pick-me-upper.
What are you going to dress up as tomorrow, Joe?
I'm going Jim Halpern, the 3-hole punch.
What?
Didn't you watch The Office?
Yes, I love it.
3 big circles on one side of his shirt.
Yeah.
It's the 3-hole punch.
I am shocked right now that you would even dress up. I was totally...
I'm not dressing up. Are you kidding me? But if I did...
But that was quick, dude.
Yeah. And we're going candy again this year. We were out doing shenanigans and whatnot the last couple of years and had the house dark. But we're going candy this year.
Okay.
I'm doing a chili.
Oh.
My homemade chili. Yes. And finger sandwiches for anyone that stops by that
Cute.
Looks hungry. We're going to feed the masses.
That is so nice.
And not just with candy.
I love the Halloween spirit.
Yeah. What are you dressing as?
Oh, nothing.
Come on, Makayla.
I can't. It's better to be nothing
Don't
than
tell
to
me
be
you're too
a cat.
mature now.
No, I'm not too mature at all. I'm lazy.
Married, wonderful house, 2 wonderful dogs. No time to dress up. Let's not go that direction.
No, we're hosting a party. I'm just...
Halloween party?
Yeah.
And you're not dressing up?
Yeah. I'm just lazy.
What kind of party is this going to be?
I don't know. Probably one with a lot of alcohol, if I had to guess.
Yeah, standard. There you go.
And chili, because I'm
When
stealing
in
that
doubt,
idea.
go boozy.
Okay.
I'll send you my chili recipe.
Can you?
It is phenomenal.
Okay.
It is 2 thumbs up from young James June Reitzig, which is tough to get. That's
Wow.
the real
Is he a critique?
seal of approval. Yeah. We had a whole bucket of chili when my wife and I were out of town for almost a week. We made him chili, and it was for him and his brothers. And Jimmy ate the whole bucket of chili by
That's
himself in 2 days.
Insane. You love that.
Well,
It's not the worst thing you could be eating.
yeah. I texted him where the Tums is at, so should be good.
That's a him problem.
Yeah, we won't go there. So let's dive into our topic today, Zillow Zestimates.
Wow.
Is it a helpful tool or a price trap? And I'm going to say right off the top, it's a little bit of both.
That's what I was going to say. I'm
beat
very
you to it.
medium. Medium in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah, so, a Zestimate, for those of you out there that just got out of like a 20-year hibernation, a Zestimate...
Crawling out of a rock.
Yes, a Zestimate is Zillow. So Zillow is the big aggregator. We call them aggregators. Those companies that take all the RMLS information and everything and put it all together and have their little website for people to go see homes.
Your little website.
Yeah, their little website. And they have come up with this algorithm that uses... One of our studio guests
I'm sorry, buddy.
knocked over
Are you embarrassed?
our lighting, and yeah,
Sorry, that was obnoxious.
that'll go on the blooper reel right there.
Should we pause?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, we're back after just a little bit of a technical difficulty. One of our studio audience knocked over some lighting, and yeah, but we're all good now. No one was hurt.
No one was hurt.
One 4-legged animal is very embarrassed right now, but besides that, we're all good.
He's cowering in the other room.
Yeah. So back to the topic. What exactly is a Zestimate? So on their website, it says automated home value estimate calculated using public records, MLS data, tax assessments, and machine learning algorithms.
Okay.
So it's not an appraisal. It's not an official anything. It's just they did their valuation soup and came up with, this is what we think the value of your home is. And, it's the idea is to give home buyers, homeowners, and home sellers a quick snapshot of what they think the value of the home is based upon those criteria. And that's it. So
Well said.
yeah. So, I feel like when Zestimates first came out, I was like, oh, this is cool. Right on. I love it. A lot of realtors and a lot of people in the real estate industry were like, we should be the only indicator of value because we blah, blah, this, that, the other. Well, guess what? Technology is something that is really cool.
It's a really great tool.
Used in great ways. And this is a really cool technological tool to see just a little indicator of where the value is. And that's awesome. And some of the pros of Zestimates are it's quick, it's simple, it's convenient. You go into Zillow.com, punch in your address, and bang, it'll tell you right there what it thinks what's your value.
Yeah, it's a good starting point, I think.
Yeah.
Gives people a general idea, especially if they've been out of the market or haven't sold their home or thought about it in a while. It's a good way to see what's happening.
Yeah, and it's also, it's a bit of transparency. Back in the day, back when Grandpa Joe here was starting in real estate, or actually the first 5 or 6 years, the only way you could find out what your home was worth was by calling a professional. And a lot of times, you just had to take their word for it. And I don't know about you, but that makes me a little bit nervous.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some transparency there now. People get to see what homes in the neighborhood have sold for very easily. You know, the Zestimates there, they can kind of go, oh, okay, well, it looks like this. The other great point is it really keeps people engaged.
It does.
Have you noticed how many people
are aware of their Zestimate?
I think of every 10 appointments that we go on with sellers, I think 9 out of 10 know their number to the decimal point.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Even like if they know they're going to sell in 8 months, they're checking it constantly to make sure it hasn't changed. They panic if it goes down a little bit.
Right.
That's where, getting into where Zestimates can go wrong. That's what can be a tricky point for me. I think people obsess over it, and it's not worth obsessing over because it's not a genuine data point. Totally.
But it is ubiquitous. Word of the day right there. I know.
You've been reading?
I've been doing a lot of reading, yeah. I know, all ashamed. Yes, I'm reading. Yeah, I actually have been doing a lot of reading.
That's a good thing.
So I like throwing out big words once in a while. But the Zestimate is ubiquitous. It is everywhere. And it's almost kind of I'm sure it's in the dictionary now, obviously. And it's a term, I use it sometimes for things other than real estate. When my kids come to me with a fact that I know is not factual, I'm like, what'd you do? Zestimate that or what?
That's funny.
Yeah. Call them on the carpet there.
I like that.
So let's talk about the things where maybe this estimate does not really get it right or helpful.
And this is we talk about this a lot in our initial conversations with sellers, is that it doesn't show us the inside of your home. Usually it might have pictures from the old listing if the home has ever been sold, but it doesn't tell us about updates that you've made to the home. Maybe you've painted, or maybe you've done as much as remodeling your entire kitchen or a bathroom. Those are huge projects which significantly impact the value of your home. So it obviously can't see those things.
Yeah. Curb appeal, for example, is huge with people. When someone drives up to your home, what's the first thing they feel and see? And a Zestimate just doesn't take that into account, right? There's also the local nuance, like there's certain neighborhoods.
Like one street over is a very different neighborhood than the neighborhood you might be considering.
Right. But when you're looking at bedrooms and bathrooms and square footage and everything looks the same, Zillow is going to tell you that those two properties are the same value. And that's not really the case, obviously.
That's when it's a bummer when it gets into Mr. and Mrs. Seller's heads, because that's a hard one to explain.
It is a hard one to explain. There's also outdated or incomplete data. Not all sales make it into RMLS. Not all sales, tell the whole story from the numbers that you see in the tax assessments and everything. So, you got to take some of that into effect. And as our market gets a little bit squirrely, that becomes even more pronounced, right? Usually it's on the downside, but there's also situations where you look at a home and go, oh, that sold for $750. Are you kidding me? Everything else around there was, $700. Well, maybe there was all sorts of stuff that goes into that sale that was included or whatever. You just never know.
Right.
And a lot of times for us, we're able to call that listing broker or the selling broker and find out what the situation was and see that the situation was different. And those aren't things that you're going to typically find in the Zestimate.
Yeah, absolutely. All that kind of leads into the point. So the biggest con is that, unfortunately, it can give sellers unrealistic expectations on what they can sell their home for. Yeah.
And one of the things that we do in our valuations, so whenever we meet with a seller who's looking to get their property on the market and get it sold, they want to find out what it's worth in the current market, right? So one of the things we'll do is we'll go out, look at the similar properties, see what they've sold for, hopefully within the last 90 days, sometimes within the last 180 days. And we put those into our system that we have. We have some software that makes it all pretty and all that. But we, go to each home and compare and do the whole thing first, load it into our software. One of the great sheets that I love, and I know you use this too, is what does social media say about those comparable homes? And you can see what they were listed at, what they were sold at, and then what the Zestimate was. And it's always interesting to see how close they sold to what they were actually, the Zestimate said. So, and 99% of the time, it's not that number, right?
Oh, yeah. No.
It's not.
In fact, I love playing that game. I save the Zestimate for last because I like to make my own, or range at least. So I like to come up with that and then check Zillow, see what they have to say.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So how accurate are Zestimates really, Mac?
Well, okay. So according to Zillow, Zestimates are typically within 2 to 5% of a home's final sale price for homes that are currently on the market.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but it says, but for homes that aren't listed, where Zillow has less data, accuracy can vary dramatically.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, when there are a lot of similar comps to be had, it's pretty easy to get to a number, right? And Zestimates are great for that. So if you live in a neighborhood where they were all built around the same time, like my neighborhood, everything was built within a 2-year period, all within a pretty close square footage, all have the same lots, same builder, same everything. That's going to be pretty easy to value, right? Now, what happens when you go out and, you know, the neighborhood has 20 different styles of homes with all sorts of different this, that, and the other, and you've got big ranges of people that have remodeled, people that haven't touched their homes. You're going to get a lot bigger range on the Zestimates. Same thing with rural.
Yeah,
I don't even look at Zestimates for rural.
No.
I do for suburban neighborhoods. I think it's, you know, I don't look at it first, but I look to see what, after we get our numbers put together, I look to see, oh, what did Zillow say? And a lot of times it's pretty close. I mean, it's not a big mystery. But on like rural property, big farms, acreage, all that, nope. I'm not even going to waste my time with it because they just don't know.
They can be so far off.
Yeah.
And we don't even know until we go see the property with our own eyes, obviously.
Same thing with luxury properties. Do you remember that tour that we did in Dunthorpe? And there were a couple of homes. They were all pretty much, you know, big lot, 4,000 plus square feet, all in the $2 to $3 million price range. But they were all so much incredibly different.
Yeah.
And so I thought, to me, at some point it becomes a personal style.
Definitely.
And a personal opinion on value.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to price a luxury property, don't even worry about going to the Zestimate because they just don't know. They don't know that market because it's such an intangible of what are people looking for right now, right? And so it's really super hard to get an accurate one for luxury property. So
right, even things like that a lot of people wouldn't think about, like, is the lot private? Does it back to a busy street? There's all those, you know, the quality of the appliances. Yeah. Finishes. You just don't know until you go see it. Yeah.
Right. Is there a pool? Is there a separate dwelling? Is there a large, you know, flat ground there for entertaining and all that sort of stuff? So the smart way to use a Zestimate. So if we were going to recommend to a buyer the smart way to use a Zestimate, what would that be, Mac?
I think by using it as like a starting point, they shouldn't base their offer off of that Zestimate. I think they, you know, use us as that tool to help them do some more research. But it can also help them look at just what's happening in the neighborhood as well. You know, they don't just have to look at the property that they're interested in, but what's been happening in the area. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the same thing for a seller as well. Yeah. I mean, it's a good conversation starter, but in the end, you know, whoever your real estate professional is, make sure you're getting that valuation that has similar comps, right? And be able to sit down and look at those, and hopefully they're within the last 90 days. And hopefully they're properties that are similar to yours so that you can look at and say, oh, okay, this is what buyers are paying for right now. And this one has not as nice of amenities as mine, or maybe has nicer, and you adjust it because of that. But that's part of the valuation process. And that's why it's important to have a live human being involved in the process, because is this our pitch to not let us get taken over?
Well
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I think most people will see the value in this and understand that it's a great starting point. It's a great conversation starter. But in the end, a buyer's not going to go to Zillow and go, it's listed for $750. The Zestimate says it's $775. I mean, maybe we should offer $775. That's not going to be it.
No.
And if it's $700, they're going to be looking at it going, okay, Mr. or Mrs. Realtor who's representing me, can you get me the comps on what this home should be valued at? That's just how the marketplace works. Zillow Zestimates have very little sway with buyers. They could care less because
they are sweet. Someone thinks this is worth more than what I'm paying.
Right. And banks don't lend off Zestimates. So it's not,
And there you have it.
It kind of is what it is. Mm-hmm. So that was our take on Zillow Zestimates. Love them or hate them. I think there's a place for them, but at the same time, make your decisions on a host of other things and not just some algorithm that doesn't really take into account any of the other factors that might be super important for your property.
And please don't obsess over it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So with that, we have our final segment, which is what we're loving. What are you loving right now, Mac?
Red wine.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry.
She went there. I didn't know what she was going to say, folks.
I have really good red wine right now in my house. And I've been teaching in the afternoon, late. Yeah. And I come home and I have 3 or 4 hours worth of adrenaline in me. And I just need a little wind down. And that is some wine.
Wind down. Yeah, I noticed that you guys had all that great red wine from that place that you subscribed to out in your dining room. And I don't see any of it. Where did it all go, Makayla?
I tucked it away.
Yeah, you did.
I wanted to decorate.
Yeah. Is Mr. Mast a wine drinker as well?
Yes. Not as much as I am. Okay, I'm definitely the bad influence.
That's what I was pointing to. Yes, indeed. Yeah, red wine.
I just love it. I love her.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes over in my house.
Oh, I do.
Mrs. Reitzig is a connoisseur of the $10 to $20 bottle of red wine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. If I try to sneak in that $8.99 bottle, boy, she's not having it.
We are too good for that.
No, we're not too good for that. It's just not good enough for her palate, apparently.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay.
I'm glad she doesn't listen to this, by the way.
She's like, I hear these two talk enough. I don't need more of that.
She has friends that do listen, though, that I'm sure are cracking up right now. So,
what are you loving?
I am loving swimming. How about
that's
that?
That's right. Swimming.
And not as a child swimming, but as a workout.
Not as a child.
Makayla, I don't have the floaties on and sitting there slapping away, throwing the nerve. Yeah, as you get older, Makayla, it is harder to find things that aren't going to have an ill effect later on, right? Like that's running, can't do it.
Yeah.
The knees are shot. Can't do it. And I wish I could. But swimming, I love so much just because it's low impact. Mm-hmm. It expands your lungs in a great way. I feel great after I do it. And it's almost like a meditation when you're in the water. You really don't worry about a whole lot except for keeping count of your laps that you're swimming, which can be tough. But that's what I'm loving is getting in the pool, especially this time of year where it's cold out. And I love walking at our club. We have a really nice 50-meter pool, and you walk into the big pool area, and it's hot.
Yeah, that's
nice. The pool's not hot. It's perfect for having a workout, so you're not, hating it. But it's just wonderful this time of year.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's so important to find things like that. I like that.
Yeah. So if you're interested in more information about...
If you're interested in swimming or red wine...
Give us a call because we can help you out. Zestimates, Zillow, everything else. We're going to find a little bit more information on that and post that in the show notes. So if you want to go to liveportland.com, liveportland.com. You can check that out. We've also got a great blog there. You can find all sorts of great information about different neighborhoods, communities, and also set up a search for, if you're keeping an eye on a certain neighborhood or whatever, you can do that there. But just a great place for all your real estate information needs.
Yes. We also have a really cool program that we're doing right now about loan assumptions. So properties that are currently listed for sale, where you can assume their loan and their lower interest rate. So people have been inquiring on our website and letting us know where they're interested in living. And then we reply back with a list of homes that are available and could get them into a home with a lower interest rate.
If you're interested in that, we did a whole podcast on it previously that you can dive into. But just so you know, any home that bought or any current owner who purchased using an FHA or VA loan, you can assume that from them. And we can do a whole filter so that you can get homes that were bought in between like 2020 and 2022 or 23, and you can get rates between 2 and 4% on a lot of these. And most of these owners don't even know that they could be offering an assumable right now. So it's not like anything you're going to see on Zillow or out there. And a lot of agents don't realize that either. But it's a great way to buy a property, and you can save $600, $700, $800 a month on your payment with the lower rate. So great way to dive in. If you're interested in that, reach out to us. We're more than happy to help. Been helping a lot of people lately with that. And it's a great way to go.
Yes, I agree. Okay. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us today. If you're interested in finding out more about Joe, myself, or the Live Portland team, you can go to liveportland.com. Thanks for giving us a listen, and see you next time on the Off the Record podcast.